Okay, we are driving to, we're driving in Salt Fork State Park right now in near Cambridge, Ohio. And we are headed to the Lepregaine Rogaine. It's a form of adventure race. It's just one discipline though. It's just some foot navigation, no biking or paddling involved. But we are on the long road through the park towards the cabins and the lodge area to the race start. So as you can see, it's a wet, crappy day. So we'll see how this. It's going to be pretty soupy out there, I'd imagine, because we just had quite a bit of snow melt. There was a foot or more of snow on the ground last week, and it's been right now it's 47, so it's been fairly warm this week, and it's and rainy, so it's got all this snow, it's melted all this snow, so the rain with the snow melt's making everything pretty wet and soupy. So but this is a beautiful park. It's very, very hilly. It's a great place to have a race. I think this is my 4th year in a row doing this race, and it gets better and better every year. It's put on by Race-COAR, COAR, Central Ohio Adventure Racing. And Todd puts on the race. He does a great job every year. It usually has a great turnout. And yeah, so we're headed out to the race start to get our map and swag gear and check out our route and do some strategizing, some planning. So I'm just running this race by myself this year. Normally I've got a partner, but yeah, I'm just doing this one by myself. So this one should be interesting. This is the first year I've done it by myself, so we'll see how it goes. It should be fun though. I know this park fairly well. I grew up in this area, so like I said, it's my 4th year doing it. But this is the golf course. But it should be a good time. We'll see you at the lodge. Alright guys, we're down here by the starting point. It's actually down here by the cabins at Salt Fork, if you're familiar with it. Not at the lodge. Todd told me it was going to possibly be at the lodge, but regardless, we're back down here at the cabins. This is where we always start. As you can see, like I said, it's been cold. I mean, frigid cold this winter and up to last week, and the lake is still frozen. I don't know if you guys can see that. Even though it's been in the 40s and 50s all week this week, and this is a Saturday, so this is the 2nd week of March. Lepregaine is always on the 2nd week of March. But definitely, check out his website. It's Race-COAR, race-coar.com for information on his races. He puts on great races in Central Ohio. It's a great form of exercise. Beats pounding the pavement for sure. If you like being out in the woods, it's great. Great form of exercise. So, anyways, I'm gonna get out here and go check in, and then I'll come back and I'll kind of show you my pack and what I'm using for this race. So I got a new setup this year, so I'll show it to you guys. All right, guys. So checked in, got everything I need. This is going to be the map of the park, and as you can see, it's got several points such as this on it. Let's see if it focuses here, but you can see those points and they're numbered, and we're starting right here where my thumb is. That's our starting point. And so what we want to do is this is pre-race, and we're waiting on the pre-race meeting here. So what you do is you kind of sit down, you get your map and everything, you sit down and you plot out your course. So I'm not sure exactly what kind of course I'm going to do yet. In the past, I have gone north and around this way, But what I'm thinking about doing is starting here and then coming around this way and working up in, and I'm not going to get all these checkpoints, so I'm thinking about working up into here and then working my way up north counterclockwise here. So that way, if I can get myself back to here with about 20 minutes left, then I'll probably have enough time to get back to the finish. But that way I've got some checkpoints, you know, because you got to do time checks as you go through here and make sure, because you need to be back within the allotted amount of time. This is a 6-hour race, so every minute that you're late, it's negative 10 points. So you want to make sure you've got time to get back. So I think I'm going to work my way up through here. You know, I'll do a time check when I get down here, and then probably do a time check when I get into here. And if I've got time, I'll come out here. But if not, I'll work my way up through the middle and probably come back down this way. That way I still have some checkpoints to hit if I'm running out of time, you know. So whereas if I go up this way, they're a little more spaced out. You know, so if I'm running out of time and I'm clear down here, then I don't have time to hit these checkpoints. I've got to hoof it back to the finish line. So I'm going to plot out my strategy now, and yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to plot out my strategy, and then we're going to go head over for a pre-race meeting where he explained the rules and everything.
Don't swim in the lake, don't walk on the lake. You'll probably die. Actually, no, I think you will die. So, the golf course. Stay off the golf course, okay? The park manager here used to be the golf manager. And we've been here 8 years in a row, and he's allowing us to continue. So, stay off the golf course. You'll skirt it, you'll go around it, don't go through it. All right. I just want to hear them. Come on up. This is checkpoint 16, Josh. 1-6. Just stayed on there, though, right? Yeah. It's gonna be fun. I've ripped my pants last year all the way in half. It's not so bad in the legs, just once you get them in your shoes. Oh, do the whole card. That way we could head back. Yeah. I wish it was that easy. 16. Alright, where we're at. Just got 16. Great job.
Okay, so here's the deal. After I hit that first checkpoint, I was all good. Started running the trail a little bit, and I must have took a wrong turn somewhere. At least I thought I did. So I turned around and took the trail back. I was looking at the map, I thought I knew where I was at, and I took the trail back to where I thought I knew where I was going. But ended up in a briar patch somewhere. All turned around. Got lost in the sauce, man. So kind of backtracked a little bit. Thought I knew where I was at again. Couldn't find the checkpoint. It's checkpoint number 1. But second checkpoint that I was going to, and the terrain just didn't make sense where I was at. So now I'm just on a trail following it north to the other side of the lake, just trying to get to the beach, because once I get to the beach I know where I'm at. If I can hit a checkpoint there, then I can work off of that and go from there. But right now I have no idea where I'm at. I'm hoping this just brings me out to where I think it's going to bring me out. I saw somebody else up on one of the ridges looking for checkpoint number 1 as well. He couldn't find it. We kind of split up. Don't know where he went. I don't know if you found it or not, but anyways, yeah, I'm lost. So I'm just hoping this brings me out somewhere where I can kind of get a bearing and find a landmark. Okay, so I finally got myself orientated. I came out on a trail in a campground. I was able to figure out where I was at, orientate myself, and then got myself back on track. And then so I was eventually able to find this checkpoint down here. So I believe that's 13 or 14. Anyways, so now I got to get down to it. But now at least I know where I'm at, so I can go from there. Should be back on track, but my goal was to hit about a checkpoint about every 20 minutes to half hour. Well, I've gotten one checkpoint and I am 2 hours and 20 minutes in. So, not doing so hot. Like I said, I got lost for about an hour, hour and a half. But back on track, so let me go punch this and go to the next one. Okay, so I punched this checkpoint, checkpoint 14. So I orientated myself to north. So I know I'm right here. So now I'm just gonna walk down this creek that you see here. So I'm just gonna walk down this creek till I hit this trail. And then I know that the lake's right here. I know that the beach is right here. So I'm just gonna skirt the beach here, right up to checkpoint 13. I should be back on track. So the only one I've missed is this. It's checkpoint 1. I missed that one. So I know where I'm at. I'm going to checkpoint 13. It should be a fairly easy one to find. I say that and then it probably won't be. But the only bad thing is I'm far, far behind. So hopefully I still have time to, you know, take my course here. But on to that one. Okay guys, I'm still on my way to the beach. But at least I know exactly where I'm at right now. So while I'm walking, I just wanted to kind of show you guys something. I know where I'm at, I just don't know where the trail's at. Anyways, I just wanted to show you what kind of gear I was using for this. I don't think I did at the beginning. So I've used a lot of different gear for races. Anywhere from, I think my first race pack was a Osprey Mana 30 hydration pack. Great pack. It's a little heavy, but it's a great pack. But what I found was, as I'm racing, you know, you need to eat, you need to refuel a little bit. It's got the hydration bladder built in, so you're good as far as that. So I'm gonna go down here. So what I ended up switching to was just running a straight Camelback, no pack or anything. It was just the Camelback, and then I used Ribs pack, which the Ribs pack is great because everything sits up front. You have easy access to all your gear, all your food, without taking your pack off. And that was kind of a big deal for me. Because wearing a backpack kind of slows you down when you gotta, unless, you know, I'm gonna walk through the water here. Unless you just have, if you're racing with somebody, today I'm racing solo, but if you're racing with somebody, just have them get your food out or whatever, but that's kind of pain in the butt. So, you know, the Ribs pack worked great, but the problem I found was when I would run, it would bounce up and down a lot. It was just annoying. They're great for hiking, great for backpacking. They definitely balance out your weight and get access to gear, but for racing, I kind of wanted a better solution. So I was thinking, if I had some kind of like enclosed vest that I could zip up in the front or something of the like,
and it would kind of be a little more self-contained, and it'd be all one piece, as opposed to having the ribs pack and having a hydration bladder on my back, and you know, being two separate units. So what I came up with was this. I don't know if you can see it there. It's just a LBE for load bearing equipment. It's got molly straps on the shoulders, on the front, and it's designed to carry, it's designed to hold like AR-15 PMags. So what I use those pouches for is just putting some food, stuffing some gear down in there. They're big enough to do that. And then what I did was I attached these packs on the front, and that's why I carry my camera in, and just different gear. You know, I need a little extra gear. But on the back of it, it has a built-in sleeve to put a hydration bladder. So it's all one self-contained unit, which makes it nice. You see I run the bladder right here, and this is actually the bladder from my Osprey pack. The Hydroform bladder, love them. They're awesome bladders. They're rigid, and you don't have to hang them on a hook. They're self-supporting. So yeah, this is, and it's actually worked out great. I've ran some trails with it a few times, and works out great. It doesn't bounce as much. It's all self-contained. One problem I do see with it is, for summer races, it's going to be hot. It is definitely going to make you sweat. I'm sweating now. I mean, but it's probably 50 degrees out, but I am sweating. But I also got my raincoat on. It's been raining the whole time, but yeah, I like it so far. It's worked out great. People kind of give me weird looks when I'm running with it, or when I came out with it, kind of staring at me a little bit, because nobody else really uses a system like this. So, but no, I mean, I just like to try out different things. If you guys watch my backpacking videos, you know I like to try out different systems, you know, see what works. But so far it's worked out great. So headed to checkpoint, I believe it's 13 down here by the beach. So I'll see you when I get there. All right, guys, let me show you where I'm at here. Let's show you what I did. Got a little bit turned around, but basically, where was I at? I hit this checkpoint here, and then I came up this road here, and when I started to bend back north, because I know this checkpoint is directly west of these intersections of these trails here. You see this little loop. So I came here, and when the road started to bend north, I cut directly east. Well, I wasn't paying attention to my compass, and what I did was I started to drift northeast, and so I kind of got turned around. But then I found the creek, crossed the creek, climbed this hill, and finally I found the trail. So I'm on the trail right now. So the goal is, the goal is here is to follow this on this ridge top till it intersects with this trail here. When it intersects with that trail, I'm going to take it directly west to a reentrant. Now, is that the best way to do it? I don't know, but it works for me. That's how I know to, you know, I work off landmarks mostly, so that's the best way. You know, trails and intersections and things like that, roads and bends in roads, and you know, that's the best way I know how to do it. Now, when I say a reentrant, if you don't know what a reentrant is, it's basically where you got two hills that come down into a valley, and there may be water flowing in between them and stuff, but you know, and then you got a spur which is up high. Reentrant is usually in between two spurs, so it's usually down lower. Now it can climb up, but it's going to be like in a little V. So this checkpoint's in a reentrant. We'll see if we can find it here. Okay, let me show you guys what I'm doing here. I just hit this point right here. So, and my next point is up here, checkpoint 3. So instead of backtracking from this out to the road, which is probably the best way to do it, easiest way, and then following this road up till I get to a trail, get to this trail here, and coming all the way around and hitting this checkpoint. What I did is I took a compass bearing. I started out here, and I knew that it was, what do I got here? Let's see if it'll focus. I knew it was about 324 degrees to my northwest. So what I did was I spun my compass bearing around to 324 degrees. So, and I'm just bushwhacking, and it's been hard going. I'm going through briars and everything else, but what I want to do is I want to put this little north arrow in this circle right here, and if I can do that, then I just follow this point and it should take me straight to it. Even if I get off course, right up here is the road. So right now I know I'm at this road right here. So I know I'm at this road. So what I can do is I can put my north right on that road and have this arrow cross my checkpoint right here. So now I know I'm right here, exactly where I'm at. So then all I got to do is just boom, hit that there. Now it's not the easiest way, it's probably not the most efficient way, but I didn't feel like backtracking. I've only got a little more than, what time is it? A little more than an hour. I got about an hour and 15 minutes left. So it was going to, I don't know if it would have took me longer or not. It would have been a heck of a lot easier, but yeah, I'm just doing it this way, and it's been a pain. It's, as you can see, like all these briars. See how thick that is? I had to go through that, and it's been tearing me up pretty bad. So, but we'll see if this works. It worked for the last checkpoint. I did right here. I knew I was right when I came out of this trail, and I was right here. I took a bearing and I went due west, and I followed my compass. Boom, took me right to it. So yeah, I'll let you know if it works though. So if you can hear me, I had to climb down in here. Now I still got to go back up there, but I just wanted to show you guys. This is one of the reasons why I race. It hurts your body, you know, it's tough. Then you get views like this, you get to see cool stuff like this. I mean, that's still ice. I mean, look at that. How cool is that? Yeah, I came down from there. It was steep. But now I gotta climb back out, which I can probably get back out right up through here. Hopefully I'll make it back in time. It's pretty neat. Alright guys, I just wanted to show you something. I found my checkpoint, and literally The only thing that I did, I just took the bearing from a known point, set my compass, and followed it straight here. So essentially, there weren't any obstacles in my way. I could have kept my head down, looked straight at my compass, just followed my compass where it was taking me, and I would have ran smack dab and right into it. Now, this is it's a good way to navigate. It doesn't always work. Sometimes you get it. You got to be able to read the lines on the topo as well. You know, you got to be able to tell whether you know how steep the terrain is and stuff. Because sometimes if you think you're just going to go cross country, boom, run right into something, you may run into a cliff, a waterfall, a stream you can't cross, things like that. So I know this park fairly well. I know I could probably navigate it. You know, that doesn't account for greenbriers and brush and thick stuff that's hard to get through. But you know, as far as terrain up and down, I knew I could probably manage it. There was that steep part I showed you down there at the creek with the waterfalls and the rocks and stuff, but I was able to manage it, and it took me right here. So that's one way to do it.